All right, y'all. So your boy is still having some seizures. We are actually in the process of weaning him off of one of his medications. You want to be there? You wasn't this loud 2 seconds ago. You want to be seen. Say hey. Yeah. So, anyways, we're weaning him off of one of his medications, and mainly because even with the medication, he's still having seizures. So if you're gonna have seizures on the medication, we might as well take you off of it or some of it. So weaning off Keppra, which is the first medication that he was on when we first started seeing the seizures, and then he's gonna stay on his Epidiolex and his clobazam. So here today and yesterday, really, I've been seeing a slight spike in his seizures. Mind you, we are on the keto diet as well. I feel like keto has been the most effective out of everything. But the issue with keto is that I feel like we don't get enough fat in his diet. A lot of people think, and speaking for myself, we think that the way my mind works, protein is keto, but it's not. Like, we need to cut back on his protein. If y'all see him and have held him, he is not missing any meals. He is a truck, okay? Big body over here. But we need more fat in his diet. So with that, I'm actually in the process of making a fat bomb. I am doing the peanut butter cups from the Charlie Foundation website, and I'm going to be using peanut butter. I need to get the room temperature butter. Hold on 1 second. See, I'm messing up. I was supposed to have the butter at room temperature already. Just pulled it out the refrigerator. So room temperature butter, coconut butter, which I had to like order online because I think I had it at one store, but if you know me, you know I'm frugal and I be trying to find it cheap. Wherever I can find it the cheapest is where I'm buying it, because it's not cheap. Even online, I think it costs like $10. And coconut flour, which I need to get out of the cupboard too. This was kind of last minute because I realized that I have not been posting and kind of keeping y'all in the loop because life been lifing. But here we are. So, all right, boom, got my coconut flour. Right now, as you can see, hasn't even been opened. I haven't used this either. I bought all of this stuff, and then there was a time when we got him into ketosis pretty well, and then he got too far into ketosis and was having seizures. So the whole keto transition and really lifestyle is tough because you don't want to, I guess, go too far into ketosis. Almost like, think about people with is it diabetes or high blood pressure? Like, you know how their levels drop so low that they need to like eat a piece of candy or eat something sweet to spike it back up. It's kind of similar to that. So if he goes too far into ketosis for too long, then he was like real lethargic. We were seeing seizures pop back up. So it's been a fine balance, but yeah. So I just added the peanut butter in the bowl. It's 1 cup of peanut butter. Let me see. A half a cup of room temperature butter. I'm probably just going to melt the butter in the microwave. And then a half a cup of coconut butter, also room temperature. This has just been sitting in the kitchen, so it's pretty much room temperature. But still, the AC is on, so it's still pretty cool. Let me see, y'all. I was not prepared. I was not prepared at all. Okay, I got my half cup here. I'm just going to go ahead and do... Let me just get another spoon. I'm definitely tripping. Alright. Got another spoon. Gonna do my half cup of coconut butter. And I'm also probably gonna just melt this too, because why not? Seems like it'll mold easier, melt it. So I'm gonna fill up the cup. Smells good. I'm not a coconut person, but you know, it's not for me, so let me put that in the microwave for a couple seconds. It shouldn't take long to melt down some. Let's see what we can get. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever done a fat ball, so I'm kind of excited about it. Hopefully he likes them and eats them. He's not a picky eater, but okay, that's not enough. Okay, we're gonna put some more in there. He's not a picky eater, but he can be particular sometimes about some things, especially when it comes to, like, I don't want to say textures, like he has like sensory issues or anything with textures. But for example, like he eats cheese, but if I give him like a slice of cheese, he's probably not going to eat it. Or if I were to give him like a stick of cheese, he's probably not going to eat it. Shredded cheese, melted cheese, all the other cheeses. Sir, please get out of the oven. He loves going in the oven. Why did they not invent ovens that, look at this man. Close it, please. Close it. Close it. Do you need mommy to help you close it? Close it, please. Close it. Close it. Close it. Close it, please. All right. Mommy's going to help you. Thank you. Yes, give claps for mommy because I'll be working hard. So anyways, yeah, I don't understand why they have not created locks for ovens, because baby, he be in that oven and I just be going, I try to be mindful of what I'm cooking and stuff, like when I know that he's gonna be around, so keeping him out of the kitchen. But if I'm not cooking anything, I do kind of let him just play and get in stuff, because yeah, childhood, why not live your life. Alright, we're gonna put that back in there. Still might not be enough, but we're gonna see. What else can I update y'all on? That's been pretty much it. I know I mentioned before too that we were going to do, oh, that's half a stick. That we were going to do some genetic, shoot. That's kind of where it needs to be. That's enough. We were doing some genetic testing to see if his schizencephaly was from a genetic, from genetics, or if something happened in the womb. Now, from my understanding with schizencephaly, most of the time, it's something that has happened. Like he may have had like a stroke or something when he was in my womb. So I kind of chalked it up to that initially, but we did end up getting genetic testing done and everything came back clear. So pretty much the conclusion is it probably was something that happened in the womb. Which, I mean, I guess for us as parents, that was kind of, look at this man. That was kind of a relief, you know. I mean, we don't have any genetic markers that, you know, call for what's happening. And life happens, you know, it is what it is. So if he had a stroke or whatever happened, it happened, and that's the way that God wanted it to be, y'all. That's the way he wanted it to be. So I'm fine with that. Damn, I can't read. Hold on. Half a stick. Okay, it's a half a cup. I'm definitely slow. That doesn't look like half, though. Okay, yeah, I'm slow. It's just not looking like half. Like, you know how you spell something and you're like, that just doesn't look right. That's how I felt just now. Because it didn't look right. So, you pop that in there, melt that down. Melt that down. Look at that man, still down there in stuff. Alright. But yeah, that's pretty much the update. Life has been lifing, y'all. Still working on walking independently. Your boy is getting heavy. He's not getting any lighter. In case you thought otherwise, I actually have like a little, left that in there kind of long. I actually have like a little carrier that I now have to assist me when I'm carrying on my hip, carrying him on my hip, excuse me, because he is now in the 40 pounds. We do some walking, and he's still in all his therapies, PT, OT. Speech has been funny because my insurance has been funny. I feel like I was just praising TRICARE the other day, but count your days, TRICARE, count your days, because my baby is not getting what he needs, and it's been frustrating, but you know, we're still blessed nonetheless. So working on that. And yeah, just making sure he has what he needs for the most part. I want y'all to see this mixture, so I'm gonna pause this. Hold on. So again, really just finding ways to get this fat increase in his diet. Like, that's the big thing at this point. He has all the therapies. We have a huge village, all the love. He's doing pretty awesome. Like I said, we're weaning him off the medication, but now we just have to get this keto diet right. I have his meals pretty set, and I swore I was going to post a video of his meals that I cook, and I have not yet. Oh, did y'all see that, man? He be trying to walk. He is trying to walk. You'll find him moving from one place to the next. Let me get his milk. Oh! So he also has this milk, and I want y'all to see what he just did, because do y'all see that? Yeah. These bottles, they be stressing me out. So give me a second while I go clean that up, because yeah. All right, and I'm back. So yeah, basically, here's one of his bottles with his milk, what I call milk, which is pretty much heavy whipping cream diluted with water. He does not drink anything other than water, honestly, and this electrolyte squeeze that I found is 0 carbs, so I will squirt that into his water. But for the most part, he drinks water, and then for us to try to get some fat in his diet, excuse me, we'll do diluted heavy whipping cream. And what I have found is that most heavy whipping creams actually have 1 carb in them, which I've been seeing because I've been wanting to get more, like bigger container, because he's drinking it a little bit more often. But the only brand that I have found that has 0 carbs is HEB. So if you're in Texas, shout out HEB, because they're the only brand that has 0 carb heavy whipping cream. Everywhere else has at least 1 carb, and that's 1 carb per tablespoon. So if I'm giving him like a cup, like a cup diluted with 2 cups of water or something like that, like that's a decent amount of carbs, and that just kind of defeats the purpose. So yeah, that's kind of where we are with that. We got the heavy whipping cream flowing, of course. Y'all, if y'all see any type of mess in my house, you know, just accept it for what it is. Don't even ignore it. Just accept it for what it is, because, you know, life be lifing, and we thugging it around here. We getting it done. All right, so I got my peanut butter, the 1 cup of peanut butter, half a cup of butter. We did half a cup of coconut butter, and then we're gonna do a 1/4 cup. Boom, there's my 1/4 cup of coconut flour. And I was kind of salty when I got this bag, because I had to get this whole bag. And again, I am frugal, so knowing that I'm not going to use this as often, I was kind of annoyed, but it is what it is. It's going to get bought because my baby needs it. So we're going to mix that up in there. And then, to be honest, it tells you to like pour it into some molds, or align the baking dish with parchment paper. But I thought I had parchment paper, and I don't, and I've already started making this. So at this point, it's gonna be a baking dish that's lined with butter. I'm gonna line that thing with some butter, And we just gonna have to make it do what it do, because yeah. So there's my fat bomb mixture. I may actually even pop in some more of the coconut butter. Let me see what that is. I see the coconut butter per 2 tablespoons actually has 2 carbs. If you look, you count your carbs by looking at the carbs and then subtracting in the fiber. So 2 carbs, but it's super high in fat. So you should be good there. And yeah, that's the final product. I'm supposed to put it in the mold and then put it in the freezer. And what I'm probably gonna do is see if I have like a little baking dish that I can cut it into like sticks. Since I don't have a mold, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Let me finish this up, figure this out, and then I will add the final product for y'all to see. And then hopefully let y'all know whether he liked it or not. Okay, so that's that on that. Thank y'all for stopping by our TED Talk for today. I know it's been a while, but we're here. Blessed, highly favored. Getting to it. Stay paid. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. You're not gonna wave? Okay. Cool. He said bye. That's what y'all gonna get. All right. See y'all in a little bit. Here. So I'm letting them try some. You can't take mommy's finger. You gotta lick it. Here. So he seems to like it. So, so that would be a seizure. Oh, did you get a tickle? Did you have a tickle? Is actually some of the seizures that I've been seeing here recently have been him falling back. He's never fallen back before. He would usually fall forward and hit his forehead, which is why he has his helmet on. But I've seen at least 2 or 3, probably in the last month or so, where he's falling backwards versus forwards. So granted, I don't know if it's a like intentional falling backwards or if it's just he has the seizure and instead of dropping forward, he's falling back, but it's giving falling back. So yeah, we've been kind of watching that as well. But yeah, I ended up just putting it in a baking dish. I'm going to put it in a freezer and then I'm just going to cut it into like sticks. So it'll be kind of like peanut butter sticks. And I'm going to send that to school for snack. So yeah, so he can get some fat through the day. So yeah, I'm excited for sure. And he definitely likes it. I was giving him some off the spoon, but clearly the spoon is too big for his mouth. So that's why I put it on my finger. But he seems like he's liking it. So, Stank, you want some more? Is that a yes? Say yes. Say yes. More? Okay, that's his yes more, y'all. So, but spoon's too big. Num 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 num. So that's that, y'all. I'll take some pictures when it's frozen and you'll see the finished results. Peace. Alright, y'all, so here is the finished product. And it's pretty much just gonna pop right out of the pan. I'm trying to flip it with one hand. Oop, there you go. So I'm gonna cut it. And I'll let them try it. Get excited. Y'all, I'm slow, so I don't know why I thought this was going to be just simple to cut. Clearly was not the case, especially with this knife. So I did cut it, and it kind of just broke as I was cutting it. So it'll be in pieces like this, and yeah, that's what he's going to get. We'll see. You like it? So the only downside is I can't really measure how many carbs or how much fat is actually in it, but I know that it's a good amount of fat, so that's what matters the most. Can mommy have some? Thank you so much. I love when you share. Yay. Then I definitely just thought to myself, I always forget that they cannot have nuts at daycare. So, with that said, this will not be a snack, but it will still be fat for his day. Maybe I'll give him some in the morning and then some when he gets home in the evening as a bedtime snack. So, yeah, so much for fat during the day. Probably just have to continue with this milk. But yeah, fat bombs for the win.